Yes, very good morning. So today we are going to discuss a pentagon with a locus method or beta angle method. Okay, so I will show you the construction and first how to understand the problem, then I will explain how to construct in a manual method. So first read the problem. So basically it's a pentagonal prism. First thing is it is a pentagonal a prism. So problem is based on the prism and the surface is pentagon. Okay, it's of 25 mm side and axis length is 60. Always it is resting on HP. We already know that it is always resting on HP and one of its edge. So it is a edge condition. By using this data, we can easily construct the first position. For the first position, you have to start with the top view and you have to construct the pentagon with the edge condition. Okay, and in the front view, it's a prism. So by using this data, we can easily construct initial position, or it is also called as a first position. Next, draw the projection of the prism when the axis inclined HP 40 degree and VP 30 degree. Yes. For the second position, it is inclined HP. Okay. And for the third position, it is VP and it is of beta method. First you have to find out the beta angle, and after finding out the beta angle you have to construct entire that pentagon second position top view on that beta angle. Okay, because why you have to go with beta angle means the axis inclined to both VP and HP. I already told in the introduction class, if the axis inclined to VP, then you have to go with the locus method. If edge is inclined to VP, then you have to go with the normal method. But axis, if there is an axis inclined, then we must go with a locus method for VP. Okay, but appears to be is there, then it is normal method. But here there is no appears to be, so that we have to go with a locus method. Okay, so pentagon with 25 mm side edge and 60 mm is the axis length. Yes, first you have to draw XY line and indicate VP and HP. Above the XY line VP, below the XY line it is HP. And construct pentagon. Okay, so I already explained so many times in the planes how to construct pentagon. Okay, so here I am going to directly construct the pentagon. You already know how to manually construct. Okay, so it is a edge condition always in the right side. Okay, so manual method means you have to first draw a vertical line on the right side, then here you have to take 72 degree, here you have to take 72 degree, and from here 2 points you have to cut 25 mm, you will get the pentagon. Okay, so that is a manual method. I already explained in so many times in the planes, and also previous problem also I explained. So here I am going to directly construct the pentagon with the help of this software command line. So length is 25 mm, so 0 angle 25 mm, so 72 degree 25 mm, 72 into 2 and 25 mm, 72 into 3 and 25 mm, 72 into 4. Okay, so like this you have to construct, then select this and rotate. So I want corner edge condition, so like this you have to rotate. Either you can rotate or you can position angle is 90 degree. Okay, after that you have to reposition like this, then you have to mark the center, that is most important. So for that you have to use the bisectors, any two bisector like this, so that it will gives the center for that pentagon. And afterwards pentagon, it's a prism, so that it have a two faces, one top face and bottom face. So always A is visible, A1 is not visible, B is visible, B1 is not visible, C visible, C1 not visible, D visible, D1 not visible, and E visible, E1 not visible. Similarly, O visible, O1 not visible. So bottom face is a A1, B1, C1, D1, E1 and O1, and top face is A, B, C, D, E and O. So if you see from the top face is clearly visible. That's why I written A, B, C, D, and I write bottom face is not visible. That's why I written in bracket. Next, you have to go for the projection for the front view. Okay, so like this, you have to project all the edges. You have to project for the up to XY line, and also you have to project the axis. So axis is here edge is 25 mm. Okay, yes, and axis is 60 mm. First, you have to construct the axis. So use the line, and this is what the axis, and this axis height is 60, and place it. Okay, fine. Next, you have to construct the prism. So use the same line, and first this point up to here, and okay, so height is 60. Like this, you have to join. You have to join all the edges, and these should be a continuous line. Okay, yes, this is the front view. This front view is of 60 mm. Yes, and you have to name it. So name, so bottom face, top face. If you see from the front, you can able to see A1, you can able to see B1, you can able to see 1. At the same time, you can able to see A, you can able to see B, and you can able to see C. And so it is a front view, so that you have to mention with a dash. So A dash, B dash, C dash visible, A1 dash, B1 dash, C1 dash is visible, and the rest E1 dash is not visible, D1 dash is not visible, and D dash is not visible, E dash is not visible, and at the same time O1 and O dash both are not visible. So right here, so A1 dash visible, okay, and here C1 dash visible, in bracket you have to write D1 dash, and here you have to write B1 dash visible, and similarly E1 dash not visible, as well as O1 dash also not visible. Similarly here B dash visible, and he dash comma O dash not visible, and this point is C dash visible, bracket D dash not visible, and here A dash as usual visible. Okay, so these are the visible points, and these are the not visible points. If I written in the bracket, it is not visible. Okay, so this is a first position. Okay, so first position we constructed. If we do first position correctly, then it helps to construct a correct for second position as well as a third position. If you did any mistake in the first position, like if it is a edge condition is given, if you construct a corner condition, then entire problem is wrong. If they given prism, if you construct a pyramid, then entire problem is wrong. So that first position is a very important position, so that you have to construct in a correct manner with the help of given data. So second position, HP inclined to 40 degree. Yes, you have to construct this entire thing. Okay, you have to construct this entire thing for 40 degree. So I told either you have to go with the base inclination or directly a axis inclination or edge inclination. So if you go with a direct edge inclination, you have to take 40 degree. If you go with a base inclination, then you have to take the 50, means 90 minus axis, that gives the base inclination. So here I will explain directly edge inclination. So take the line, okay, the same line placed here, okay, and the angle is 40 degree. So length as usual 60, because all the edges length are 60 and angle is 40. First construct like this. Okay, next what you have to do is use the dimensions. Okay, so use your scale. Okay, use the scale and placed here and exactly perpendicular exactly perpendicular. Okay, so for 40 degree exactly perpendicular, draw a line. Okay, and that line length should be A dash to C dash, and that line length is 38.47, and placed it. Similarly, draw a parallel line. Okay, and it's also same 60 mm. Okay, and finally join. So here it is a direct method. Okay, you won't consider any base inclination, so you just cross verify. I told it's a edge, it should be 40 degree, correct, and base means 90 minus 40, it should be 50. You just cross verify, it should be 50. See, if you go with a base inclination, it's a 50 degree, or if you go with a normal edge inclination, it is 40 degree. You can take any one. And next you have to take the arc. Okay, and before that you have to yes, measure the distance, or else take your compass. Okay, placed it on A dash or A1 dash and stretch up to B1 dash, and again, so placed here and cut that arc. Arc distance is 14.69 and cut the arc. Similarly placed here and arc distance is same, cut the arc. And also for the axis, it is of 21. So use the same compass, placed here. Okay, and the distance is 21.27, cut one more arc and placed here 21.27 and cut the one more arc. Okay, then use the line and join. First you have to join these two. So here, okay, that gives the edge, first edge, and second you need to construct that axis. Yes, this is a axis. Okay, so like this you have to construct. This is a manual way of construction. Okay, with the help of compass, protractor, and scale. Then you have to name it. This one is, as usual, the same naming you have to make here also, A dash, and this one is C1 dash visible and D1 dash not visible, and here the same thing, B1 dash visible and E1 dash not visible, O1 dash is also not visible, and here C dash visible, D dash not visible, and here A dash visible, and here B dash as well as E dash comma O dash not visible. Clear? So like this you have to mark the points. So this is a O dash and these two B dash and E dash. So after this you have to go for the top view. So how you are going to construct the top view? By projection. So you have to project all the points. First you better okay, first you have to project all the vertical, this point. So you have to project all the vertical points. With the help of scale, okay, you have to project it. Okay, so next A and A1 dash is here. So A1 dash is here and A is here. So first you have to mark. Next B is here. Okay, so B is here B1 dash and B. C is here, C1 and C, and D is here, so D1 and D. Next E is here, so he and E1 E and A. Then you just remove extra projections, okay, with the help of eraser. Then you have to name it. So this one is A, okay, this one is B, this is C, this is D and E, and here A1, B1, C1, D1, E1. And if you see from the top, you can able to see this face, this ABCD face is visible, and this face is also visible. The only thing is D1 and C1 is not visible. Only D1 and C1 is not visible. So that first you have to mark that D1, C1. So D1 and C1 it is not completely visible. So that you have to write like this dotted line, okay, and also you have to make these 2 points as a bracket. So use this, and here in bracket it's a D1, okay, and in bracket it is C1. So like this you have to mark it. Then from that the same D1 to C1 it is not visible, and C1 to B1 it is not visible, and C to C1 it is also not visible, and D to D1 it is also not visible. So these are the not visible lines, not visible edges, okay. First you have to mark all the invisible edges. Next go for visible edges. So A to B is visible, B to C is visible, C to D is visible, D to E and E to A. Similarly A to A1 it is visible, A1 to B1 visible, B to B1 and A to E1 and E to E1, okay. So it completes. So this is what the visible and this is what the not visible. See, if you see from the top, this face is, you can able to see this face, okay. So A, B, C, D, this complete face is visible first, okay, if you see from the top. And similarly if you see from the same top, this face A1 to E1 and E and A, so this face is also not visible, it is a visible face, okay, it's a second visible face, first visible, second visible, and also third visible face is there. So this is a A1 to B1, B and A, so this face is also visible. Only these faces are visible if you see from the top. And there is some more faces like E1 bracket D1 and DE, it is not visible, and this bracket D1 bracket C1 C and D, it is not visible, okay, and D1 C1 B1 A1 E1, this face is also not visible. So like this there are some 4 invisible faces, okay. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, and only you can able to see these 3 faces are visible. Clear? Okay. And finally you can draw a axis. So this is a axis, okay. So you have to make this as a axis, and name this O is visible and bracket O1, Okay, so it completes the second position. After the second position, if you want, you can just show the arrow mark like this. Not necessary to show all the arrow marks. So some important arrow mark you have to show, so that it helps to show the direction of projections. So where to where you have to project, and where to where you get that position. Okay. Yes, this completes the second position. If you did second position is correct, nearly you will get 1/3 plus 1/3. You will get the marks. And final position have another 1/3 marks. So final position I told it is a axis incline for VP and 30 degree. Okay. First you have to construct 30 degree line. So better you draw one more parallel line, and here, okay, so draw like this and draw 30 degree. So we don't know the length. Okay, so draw a line, and this angle should be 30. It should be 30. Clear? The beta angle is 41. Here also we measured that beta angle is, just measure here to here, that beta angle is 41. So you got the same beta angle, and here also we got the same beta angle. Okay, that is by first you have to consider that for the original axis is 60. Okay, see the original axis length is 60, but after rotating 40 degree, that axis length reduces to 45.96. 45.96. So that we have to consider for the compass, and if you cut that on the locus line, you will get 41 degree as a beta angle. Clear? Yes. After this, you have to reconstruct entire this top view on this beta angle. Okay. See, it's a software. It's a very easy method. Just copy and paste here, then rotate. So you will get. But in the actual manual method, you have to use box method. I told you have to use the box method. Clear? First you have to construct the box, okay, and place the same box, and you are going to cut the distances. So box means first you have to construct the box. Okay, so like this, construct the box, and if you want you can give the name, box name. So this is a 1, and this is a 2, this is a 3, and this is a 4. So first you have to construct the box 1, 2, 3, 4 for this beta angle, that is by measuring this to this distance is, here to here the distance is, yes, 20.23. So take the opposite line. Okay, so from here, so distance is 20.23. So use your scale. Okay, so use your scale and scale roller, it is better. So placed here and mark 21.23, and parallelly for this line you have to construct one more line, and parallelly for this line construct one more line. Okay, and next you just extend the lines. Okay, so better you just extend some extra lines. Like this. Next what you have to do is, so you have to mark this D dash C dash. So we got this 1 2 3. So you just construct this box. Okay, 1 2 3 4. So from here we got this O and O1. Okay, and from O to O, this box, this line you should measure. So the distance between this to this, measure, and the distance between from here to this, that what we have to need. Okay, so use the line. Okay, so from here you just extend this up to 13.67, like that you have to extend line. So from here parallelly you have to extend 11.06. So with the help of your scale you just extend. Okay, next you have to draw the vertical line. See, like this you have to construct the vertical line. Okay, and from here you draw the vertical line, and from here draw vertical line, and remove extra, erase all extra lines. Okay, I name it this as a 1, this as a 2, this as a 3, and this as a 4. So we got this 1 2 3 4 box. Okay, and also we got the O and O1. So now we need a points like A1. So this as a A1. So this is, we can call it as a A1. Directly we got the A1, and this is we got A1 as well as. Okay, and next what you have to do is, so either you can use your compass. Okay, so use the compass, cut the arc from A1 to B1, and cut the arc A1 to E1. So after that you just erase all these dimensions. Okay, once we construct the box, next I go for this. It is of 22.32. Okay, so that is the distance, and here take the arc. Okay, so from here 22.32, cut the arc. So from here same 22.32, cut the one more arc. Okay, and join the line, or you just give the naming, this as E1 and this as B1. Okay, so we got this points, and also we got the point B2. So here we got one more point. So either you can take from C to B or 0 2 to A. So this distance is, we already know that this distance is 15.29. So take, use from arc. Okay, so placed here, and it is of 15.29. So reconstruction is, it's in our hand. Okay, you just use 15.29. Okay, so like this, and we got the points like, this is what we can E, and this is B. Okay, so now I need this C and D. Okay, so already I got this, so we just use so from here to here, so this distance is so from the center to this distance is 12.5. Okay, use the same compass. Okay, so placed it, and 12.5, cut the arc, and placed it 12.5, cut the arc. Okay, and you can name it this as a C and this as a D. So we got all the points. Only we need is A as well as D1 C1. So from O to from O to this point is 13.67. Okay, use a scale and measure, and next placed it O, and on that 13.67 cut the arc, and you can call it as a A. So I got all the points A, B, C, D, E. Only thing I need is D1 and C1. So this distance from this D to D1, you just measure the distance. Okay, so it is a 45.96, and use this line command and placed it exactly on the intersection. You have to place it. Okay, and draw a parallel line. Draw a parallel line of distance. How much? 45.96. Okay, and it should be parallel. It should be parallel to these lines. Clear? And similarly, another okay, and it is also parallel to this, and it is of 45.96. Okay, and join. So this name is a bracket D1 and in bracket C1. Like this you have to construct, and with the help of line you have to, we got all the points with the help of line. So from just join all the visible lines. So A to B and B to C and C to D and D to first you have to join all the visible edges. Okay, like you have to join all the visible edges. Similarly, you just go with the hidden edges. So this D1 to this and here to here, and similarly from here to here and here to here, and O and O1 as usual. Okay, so like this you have to reconstruct entire thing here with the help of box method. Once the box method is constructed, you just delete all the 1 2 3 4. Okay, so you can go with this box method. It's a accurate method, or else you can directly use the compass and cut the arc for getting the A1, E1, B1, C1, like this, all the points. Okay, once this over, next go for the vertical projection for and right side projection for the final view. So you have to project all the points. Okay, yes. First, you have to go. If you see from the front, this bottom face is visible and this top face is not visible. So first, you have to mark A1, and A1 is here, and B1. So B1 is here. C1 is here, D1, so D1 is here, and E1, so E1 is here. Okay, and you just go with namings. Just go with the namings. Just construct A, A2, B you have to construct, B to C you have to construct, C to D you have to construct, D to E you have to construct, E to A you have to construct. This is a visible face. Similarly, you can go with another face here. This is A, okay, and here A is here, A dash, and B is here, C, so C is here, D is here, and E is here. So if you see, only these visible edges, only this A, this 2, C, this is C2, this is C visible, okay, and this 2, this visible, and this is visible, and from here to here it is visible, okay. Only these faces are visible. And there is an hidden faces like this. So from here to here, and here to here. See, this is what the invisible faces. And after that, you have to name it this as A1 dash, and this is B1 dash, C1 dash, D1 dash, and E1 dash, and this is A dash, so B dash, C dash, and in bracket D dash, and this one is E dash. And finally, you have to project the axis, so here to here, okay, and here to and you have to join this as an axis, and these lines should be continuous, and you can call it as a this O dash not visible and this O1 dash visible. And after this, you have to mark all the arrow marks. Yes, with this it completes. Okay. So here it's the first position, second position, and the third position. It is HP inclination, okay, 40 degree, and it is of 30 degree, and you will get a beta angle of 41. And you have to construct with the box method, and finally if you project top and project for the right side, you will get the final view. If you did these three positions, you will get full out of full marks. Okay. So first position, second position, third position. It is pentagon with edge condition and locus method. Okay. Is it clear?